Alan, you and I both saw Fight or Flight. This stars Josh Hartnett. It is an 80s inspired action, and I would say also comedy, sort of just below the surface.
69.
It's directed by James Madigan. It's a simple story. Josh Hartnett plays an ex-Secret Service FBI agent, Lucas Reyes, and he is the only guy in Thailand right now who can get on a flight where the ghost, we don't know who this person is. They've been completely under the radar, even on surveillance. They cannot be picked up. And this person is going on a flight from Thailand to San Francisco and committed some heinous crimes. And this ghost is wanted. So Josh Hartnett's on this plane, doesn't know who he's looking for. He's on the flight. He has to find out who is the ghost. Unbeknownst to him, the entire flight is filled with assassins, all after Ghost, and no one knows who Ghost is. So it's like Bullet Train on a
plane. It's Bullet
That's
Plane.
What this is Bullet Plane. Yeah, Bullet Train on a plane. Simple premise. It's and I gotta say this. There's a Katie Sackhoff plays like sort of the like the intelligence boss of a company that plays into the story. Not going to talk about second half story spoilers there, but I will say this. This is a stupid, over the top, dumb action comedy saved by Josh Hartnett. His charm, I don't know what he is, man. The guy's on a roll. From that M. Night Shyamalan movie he did to Oppenheimer to this, also, as I'm watching it, the movie, I'm like, he would have made a great Reed Richards. Why not Josh Hartnett as Reed Richards? Just think of him. He's got the square jaw. He could do the hair. He's the right age. Reed Richards is a little older. He would have been a better Reed Richards. You can always do the hair. And he's willing. Look, he went blonde for this. He's a drunk when we first meet him. He's broken over an experience.
He's kind of a burned agent.
He's like a burned out agent that doesn't want to, refusal of the call. That's the Joseph Campbell on the hero's journey. The one thing that really bugged me is the overuse of shaky cam in all the action. And by the end, the level, I was not prepared for this. The level of gore in this movie is on the level in the third act, like a horror movie. I mean, the kills are really weird and creative ways that people die. They're like funny, creative, bizarre. But by the end, it's like a Tarantino film. It is nonstop gore. Totally like you don't believe all the things that are happening, is like so over the top. I felt the third act, what I'll say, the third act got kind of dumb. It was like it had this kind of message. It wanted to sneak in all these messages about the environment, child labor, trafficking. Yeah. It was like it was a weird thing where they couldn't decide which social message to weave into the story in the third act. So they just did all of them. But it's done in such a dumb way that you can't take it seriously. It's almost like the movie was mocking movies that include some kind of social message. It's stupid to include some weird over the top message in a movie that is a gory action comedy. So with the exception of the camera work, the stupid third act, I had fun. I would put this in a category of a good, bad movie because aspects of it are really bad and stupid and just annoying, including like Katie Sackhoff has this underling at the intelligence agency she works at, and he is a moron. And oh my God, he's a
brown noser. Yeah.
Brown nosing moron that gets a bigger part by the third act, and I couldn't stand that guy. But Josh Hartnett is the heart of this movie. I'll say one more thing, and then I want to hear what you think. There's a part where he's like he's been stabbed and he's injured, and what does he do to pump himself up? He thinks he's drinking adrenaline, but it's really some hallucination. It's like
psychedelic. It's a psychedelic.
Psychedelic drug. And as he's going through action, you see in his mind what he's seeing, which is like sparklers and rainbows, but he's really murdering people. It's the audience lost it. It was fun. It was really fun. So I recommend it, even with the flaws. It is a highly flawed, good, bad movie where I had a lot of fun. Like a 6.5 or 7, I would say, out of 10. 6.5 probably, but I had a good time. Josh Hartnett, Reed Richards, make it happen. Alan, what did you think?
It's too late for that, but
I know.
Yeah, unfortunately for this stream, I have to agree with you. I really love this movie.
It's fun.
Yeah, the one comment you made is the one that I walked away with was this. There's more gore in this movie than all the horror films I've seen combined so far. I haven't seen a lot, but this just goes for it. The way people are dismembered and killed and murdered, it's like, how many times are you gonna stab someone in the eyeball? Because there's a lot of eyeball stuff in here. I was looking away for probably a good third of the movie, but I did like the story. As you say, Josh Hartnett, very sympathetic character, very well-defined character. You're rooting for him all the way. There's also the stewardess, the what do we call him nowadays, flight attendant, Aisha, who I'll just say this, I like movies that put cute women in it, and it makes the movie easier to watch all the way through, especially one this violent. And she is very adorable, very cute. And has a big part in how things play out.
And there are sexy assassins.
Yeah, sexy assassins. Oh yeah, and then there's the trio, the women trio. To your point about bringing all this messaging, it's all designed to kind of spotlight the motivations of the ghost and why there are assassins on board and why people want to get to the ghost. It's one of those things where we need to build sympathy for the ghost motivation. So we're going to use things that people believe in, such as climate change and human trafficking and things like that. It just represents how writers today think, oh, well, of course everyone believes in climate change, or at least believes in what I think climate change is. It's just kind of a fool's errand when you do that. And it weakens the character because there is a debate, and you're certainly taking a side when you go to one of the extreme sides about it. But having said all that, yeah, I had a lot of fun. It's a brutal watch. Let's put that. I think we're reviewing 2 other horror films, and this is gorier than those horror films.